Mr Mayor, Ms Stark's question to Councillor Hassall is, does the Council have plans to introduce an Article 4 instruction under relevant planning legislation? When will this be discussed fully and how soon can it be implemented?
Do you have a supplementary, Ms Stark?
Yes. I feel like the answer wasn't really specific. It didn't address what I actually asked. The petition that I started just over 2 weeks ago now has over 500 signatures, which is pretty substantial considering it's not a mainstream issue, it's just a local issue. At the weekend, Struts Park Residential Association had their own protest when one of their local residents sold a house to his own company after converting it to a HMO knowing that it would get approval. He made £150,000 by selling it to himself, which is obviously, it means he didn't pay capital gains tax either. He then, at the weekend, did a presentation at Pride Park where he charged £400 per person to show them how to invest in HMOs, and he called it a gold mine, and then walked those people around the golden area, Struts Park.
I have to press you to ask a question, please.
Yes, I will get to it. I'm sorry.
Very quickly, I hope.
Yes. So the residents had to put notices up in their windows as protest against the one resident. My question is, please can my question be answered, the actual question that I asked?
Councillor Hassall.
Thank you. Having sat on the planning committee for some years, I understand the contentious issue of HMOs. And Article 4 is somewhat of a sledgehammer for this issue. And while I absolutely can agree with how residents feel on HMOs, we deal with it at planning committee every time, you know, a meeting comes up. However, it would be remiss of me to kind of blindly enact this process, fully knowing that the ultimate say and decision is held by the Secretary of State, who will demand that we demonstrate harm. So without the evidence and demonstrable harm, we cannot enact an Article 4. If that can be arranged and suitable evidence can be found, please bring it to us and we'll talk. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. The final question to Councillor Hassall is, what action is being taken to ensure that owners and landlords preserve the external characteristics of heritage properties?
Do you have a supplementary, Sassi?
I do. I was mainly referring to residential properties, although maybe I didn't specifically say that. So it wasn't answered for residential properties. This kind of ties in with my other question, because looking at the detrimental effect of high concentrations of HMOs is evident on streets like Hartington Street, where some landlords have even rendered the fronts of their properties without enforcement action being taken. They've also put up satellite dishes all over the place, and it's, you know, it doesn't look like a heritage area. And what I'm asking is, what enforcement will be taken to the landlords who have those properties, some of which have probably never been to Derby and only have it as an investment property?
Councillor Hassall?
Yeah, thank you. I absolutely agree. You know, we have got some unscrupulous landlords out there, albeit it is, you know, it is their responsibility to act accordingly. We would all hope that they would act responsibly and take care of the city as we all would like them to. But yes, I do agree, we need to start some more heavy-handed, let's be brutal, enforcement action and get our city looking as it should. So thank you.
I think we need to be really heavy-handed on the one with the rendered front, because the landlord happens to be, I believe, Derby City Council.